The COVID-19 pandemic caused community engagement professionals to pivot from in person activities to virtual engagement utilizing meeting platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, as well as creating virtual environments that served as tools for engaging and gathering feedback from stakeholders. My capstone report explores the following topics: measuring the effectiveness of these virtual engagement platforms as compared to in person as it relates to the overall participation numbers, assessing if more, less, or similar number of individuals who identify as limited English proficiency or LEP, Black, Indigenous, people of color, or BIPOC, and those who reside in equity focused communities were reached and engaged. Equity focused communities, or EFCs, are identified as being low income, non white, and have a higher percentage of zero car households as compared to the county average. The report also compares cost efficiencies between in person and virtual engagement and provides recommendations for how Metro should move forward in planning community engagement in a post pandemic future. Qualitative and quantitative research methods were employed that included interviews, surveys, and the review of outreach documentation reports. Through this process, sentiments for in person and virtual community engagement were shared that centered around these key themes. In person engagement provides opportunities for one on one dialogue, networking, and the ability to read body language. On the other hand, you can't beat the convenience of virtual engagement, which makes it easier for stakeholders to participate. The analysis also explored the negative externalities of virtual engagement, which may create barriers to participation for LEP, BIPOC, and EFC stakeholders. The findings, when reviewing the number of stakeholders who participated online versus in person, participation numbers nearly doubled for virtual engagement. Quantitative data, however, is not available to confirm if more, less, or similar numbers of LEP, BIPOC, and EFC stakeholders were engaged. And further, based on the review of invoices related to in person and online engagement, there has not been an observed cost difference between each engagement type. The recommendations identified in the Capstone report are as follows. It's no surprise. Community engagement is here to stay. To break down the barriers in participation for LEP, BIPOC, and EFC stakeholders, Metro must prioritize its community-based partnership program in its engagement efforts. Finally, Metro must revisit cost differences between in-person and online engagement tools now that the learning curve for these tools has stabilized. I look forward to your questions. Thank you.